We are walking off our river cruise, AmaCerto, and the beautiful thing about a river cruise is we are docked overnight in Amsterdam. So we're about to wander down there and into town for a while. Let's go. These river ships only hold about 200 passengers each, so there's quite a few of them. And when you're in port, sometimes they're stacked. So right now, it's ours, which is the AmaCerto. Right next to us is Avalon, and then you can see right here behind us are two Viking ships right next to each other. So to get to that ship, you walk through one ship to get to the other. And I've heard that in some docks, there might be as many as 5 ships that you walk across before you can get to the dock. That's pretty neat. And look who we found. Hello! Interesting Amsterdam facts. The buildings literally do lean around these canals. As you can see, the buildings are kind of separating and leaning forward. That's very interesting to see. And you're like, is it really leaning? You know, you see the pictures and then you see it in person, like, yeah, the buildings are actually leaning, but they're still solid. It's just that the ground underneath has shifted over time and the buildings have shifted with them. But very interesting fact is you'll see those hooks at the tops of all the buildings, and they used to use a pulley system. So if you had furniture, you would hook it onto the pulley system, up the hook and through the windows to get your furniture into your house.
Not every day you see this. You get vending hamburgers and hot dogs right here. It's like fast food for real. You just walk up to it, scan your card, whatever you want, open the box and pull your meal. Take off.
Should we get something?
Nah.
It actually smells really good in here and I'm kind of hungry, so.
So interesting. We're walking here in the streets in the red light district. We come to this beautiful church, but in the little alleyway leading up to the church, I saw the women in the doors. And as soon as I passed, pretty much naked women where they had their bra on and their panties on, and they opened the door. I'm like, hey, come on in. They just opened the door and said, come on in. It was very tempting.
But you're at church instead.
But correct. But we did not do that. We are at church instead. I think I'm making the right decision. I don't know why there is a 3 X's on the church. It's like this big old beautiful looking plaque thing. I don't know, but it says XXX right on the church.
Okay,
I don't know. They got a deal going on around here. I don't know, but it's pretty. Oh, and there's some flags over there. XXX. This is a very interesting area. This is the first time we've ever seen this, and you literally walk past these doors, and there's black curtains, and sometimes the curtains are drawn. I don't know if that means that they're in use or they're not, but sometimes there's girls behind them with glass, and they'll say hello and wave you in. Sometimes open the door. So pretty wild, man. And it's right next to a church, which is even more trippy.
Yep.
Anyway.
So we had to look it up because we were super curious why there's a XXX on a church. It means Amsterdam. That's the Amsterdam flag is the 3 X's, but in America, XXX means something different. So when in Amsterdam, you must have stroopwafel. So we walked by this little shop that's got all kinds of desserts, and it's got the Dutch mini pancakes, it's got regular waffles, and it's got the stroopwafel. So we're gonna make a pit stop. Stroopwafel, and it's stroop, not strop, because we weren't sure, so we asked. They warm it up for you. It's got caramel in the middle. So good. It's Christmas! Well, not yet, but it's November, but it's getting to be Christmas, and the Christmas decorations have definitely come up here in Amsterdam. We have been wandering and wandering, and we've made it to the city center. So this is the Royal Palace right here. We have a beautiful cathedral over here. Don't know the name of that one. There's a live musician behind us. And this place is just hopping. There's people everywhere. It's super Christmas. Like, oh my God, I can't believe how much Christmas decorations are up. I love it. I love Christmas. So we're just taking in the vibes now. Our time wandering the city is over because we have to be back on board the cruise ship for a muster drill at 6 o'clock. So we're gonna do that, have dinner, and we might venture out again tonight, but we're not sure on that. Amsterdam at night. Good morning. We're still in Amsterdam. We have gotten up on the AmaCerto, had breakfast right here in the lounge, and now it is bright and early, 9 a.m., and we are getting off the ship and doing a canal tour here in Amsterdam. And then we get back on the ship, and then we're gonna sail about 2.5 hours down the river to Utrecht. I hope I'm saying that right. So we have 2 ports in one day. That's gonna be very different than what we're used to.
But you could eat breakfast in the dining room.
Yes, you can eat breakfast in the dining room, but we chose to just do
got
the
a
little
plate.
grab and go, quickie breakfast, and now we are going to walk to the canal. Let's go. So we have these listening devices, so all the tours that we do, the guides are part of Ama. We had these in our room. We have earbuds, and we carry these with us on every tour, so we don't have to be like right there to hear everything. And they're leaving us. Let's go. Absolutely must do a canal tour when you come to Amsterdam. The history, the beauty, getting out into the waters and seeing everything is amazing. And there's a little platform back here on the back of the boat, so if it's not raining, come out here so you don't have windows obstructing your view.
That was enjoyable. That is just the perfect way to see the city. You know, anytime you can see the city from the water, it's amazing. But the canal tours are just a must. You have to do it when in Amsterdam. You get so much history, and the little earpieces that came in handy, you can hear them nice and clear. And it's just relaxing being out there on the water, and so many beautiful views, and you can see a lot of the wildlife, the swans, all around, and the ducks. It's just a great experience. Somebody found the swings.
So we are sailing away from Amsterdam now. We came up on the sun deck, and the crew is up here, and they've put the cushions in our chairs so we can sit up here. They gave us blankets because it's chilly, and we get to sit here and watch us sail away from the city, and we are going through the locks in the river, which is going to be pretty cool to see.
The sun deck isn't very sunny. It's a bit rainy, but we are in the Netherlands, so it's to be expected. But yeah, off we go. Goodbye, Amsterdam.
We have made it to Utrecht. Hope I'm saying that right. And we are heading to a castle, so that's pretty exciting. That's what's really cool about these river cruises. There's lots of castles along the rivers. So we had 2 options. Number 1, we can get on a bus and go there, which that's what we've opted to do. Or there are bikes that you can do a bike tour there, but it's about 45 degrees. It's slightly raining. It's an hour there and an hour back. Yeah, not doing a bike tour. Getting on the bus.
One of the ladies that works here was saying that no matter what direction the wind is blowing, it's going to hit you from the front when you're riding a bike, because it's windy here, y'all, in the Netherlands.
How fairy tale is this? We're going through a drawbridge into the castle. We are at Castle de Harr. This is about 30-minute ride outside of where we ported in Utrecht. And they would describe this as a fairy tale castle, and it is. There's a moat around the edge of it. There's a wall around it, a drawbridge to get into it, and then it's just beautiful and picturesque on the inside. And we're about to go get a tour of it. this chapel is not usually open. So our tour guide said she's been doing this for a long time and she has never been inside this castle, inside this chapel, not castle. But so this has been the first month it's been open in a very, very long time. So that's pretty cool.
Pretty special.
These grounds, I mean, just the way that they did the water around it, looking over here, I mean, we're walking around, so we're seeing different angles everywhere we go, and just look at that back there. Wow.
I think what makes it really cool is that it's fall and all the leaves are falling and it's rainy and just an overcast day. It's real windy, so it just really sets the vibe to be at a castle. Pretty cool.
We are inside the castle now, so it was cold outside. We had jackets and umbrellas. Inside we can't have a bag and we can leave our jackets in lockers. So now we're officially starting the inside of the castle tour. This was a truly incredible experience. We've never seen or experienced anything like a true castle before. So they asked us not to do any talking points videos inside the castle because they want anything to go out about this location to be completely accurate, and people do make mistakes, so we didn't do that. I can tell you that whenever you enter, you're entering the grand entrance, which is extremely grand. There are 25 bedrooms, all that have their own ensuite bath. And this was made for entertaining. They did lots of big house parties here.
Okay, so that was super cool. We are done with the castle tour. The rain is coming down, the wind is blowing like nobody's business, but that was awesome. Our first time in a real castle. This thing looks like something out of Disneyland, but it's the real deal. It's the largest castle in the Netherlands, and it is unbelievable. Absolutely a must-do.